This is 6.6 simple interest. Interest is the money paid or the money earned for using or lending money. If you are using someone else's money, you're going to pay interest. If you are lending money, you're going to earn interest. The principal is the initial amount of money that you borrowed or deposited. We would call it the original amount. The simple interest is money paid or earned only on the principal. So it does not matter how much interest you have already earned to keep calculating what interest you will get. It only uses the principal. And to find that, we have this equation here of I equals PRT. I is the interest, P is the principal, your starting amount, R is the annual interest rate, and we will use the decimal form of that percent, and then time is always given in years. If you deposit $400 in a savings account, the account earns 3% simple interest per year. What is the balance after 5 years? So my 3%, that's going to be 0.03, and then plug in each part to my equation. So I get 400 times 0.03 times 5. 400 times 0.03 is 12, and 12 times 5 is 60. So I earned $60 in interest, but the balance, my total after 5 years, I have to add what I started with and the interest I earned to get $460. We could ask what is the balance after 3 months of this situation. So using my same formula, we would plug in our numbers, and 3 months, we have to change the time. 3 out of 12 months is a quarter of a year, and 1/4 as a decimal is 0.25. So again, this makes 12, and 12 times 0.25 is 3. So after 3 months, we have a balance of $403. You deposit $700 in an account, and the account earns $70 simple interest in 4 years. What is the annual interest rate? So in this case, we are solving for R. So I equals PRT, plug in the information that we know, and we can simplify this by 700 times 4 is 2,800. Then we need to solve for R, so undo the multiplication, divide each side by 2,800, and we get 0.025 is the rate. So written as a percent, move the decimal twice to the right to get a 2.5% annual interest. A bank offers 3 savings accounts. The simple interest rate is determined by the principal. How long does it take an account with a principal of $600 to earn $100 in interest? So given the information here, we can see $600 is between $500 and $5,000, so it will have a 2% annual interest rate. Plug in the information you know, and 600 times 0.02 is 12. Divide each side by 12 to get t by itself, and we would get 8.3 repeating years. But that's weird. So 0.3 years is a third of a year, and a third of a year is 4 months. So it takes 8 years, 4 months to earn $100 in interest. You buy a guitar and borrow $800 to do it. The simple annual interest rate is 15%. You pay off the loan after 2 years of equal monthly payments. How much is each payment? So we need to find how much interest you're going to pay over that 2 years, add it onto the 800, and then divide that by how many months we pay payments for. So finding the interest, plug in the information we know. 800 times 0.15 is 120, and 120 times 2 is 240. So the interest earned for the 2 years is $240. So the total we're going to pay back, 800 plus 240 is 1,040. Then we need to find the monthly payments. So we're going to take 1,040 and divide it by 24 because there are 24 months over those 2 years. And that makes $43.33 per month.